Everybody loves a comeback story. Everybody loves success. Everybody loves the before and after pictures. Everybody loves watching someone win. But nobody talks about the years it takes to build that comeback. Nobody talks about the lonely mornings, the bills you can't seem to get ahead of, the videos that nobody watches, the prayers that feel unanswered, the moments where you're working harder than ever and seeing almost no results. That's the part nobody posts. That's the part nobody celebrates. And that's exactly where most people quit. Today, I want to talk about something real. I want to talk about the fact that comebacks take longer than people think. And if you're in that season right now, this message is for you. One thing I've learned is that people see your success long after you've been fighting for it. They see the finished product, they don't see the process. People might see someone making money online, they don't see the years they spent learning. People see a successful business, they don't see the sleepless nights. People see confidence, they don't see the battles that built it. People see growth, they don't see the pain that created it. That's why comparing your chapter 3 to someone's chapter 20 is dangerous. You're judging yourself based on what you can see, but you're not seeing what they survived. And that's where many people get discouraged. They think they're failing because things aren't happening fast enough. But success isn't usually fast. Growth isn't usually fast. Healing isn't usually fast. And comebacks definitely aren't fast. I've had seasons where things didn't make sense. Seasons where I was working, trying to provide, trying to take care of my responsibilities, trying to improve my finances, trying to build something online, trying to stay positive, trying to stay faithful, trying to stay consistent. And sometimes it felt like I was pushing a mountain uphill. You put in effort, you show up, you do the work, and the results don't come right away. Can anybody relate to that? You applied to jobs and nothing. You start a business and nothing. You launch content, nothing. You work overtime, still struggling. You save money and unexpected bills appear. It can feel like you're running in place. And if you're not careful, discouragement starts talking to you. It tells you things like, maybe it's not working. Maybe you're wasting your time. Maybe you should quit. But, but I've learned something. Sometimes the biggest mistake is expecting overnight results from long-term goals. Content creation has taught me patience. When you start creating content, you think people will immediately understand your message. You think people will immediately support you. You think your first video will explode. Then reality shows up. You upload 5 views, 10 views, 20 views. You spend hours creating something. Almost nobody watches. You start questioning yourself. You wonder if you're good enough. You wonder if anybody cares. But what many successful creators won't tell you is this. Most of them spent years being ignored. Years, not weeks, not months, years. The audience sees the breakthrough. They don't see the thousands of hours before it. And that's true for almost every area of life. I think one of the biggest reasons people quit is because they underestimate how long success actually takes. We expect 6 months. Sometimes it takes 6 years. We expect one opportunity. Sometimes it takes 100 rejections first. We expect quick progress. Life gives us slow progress. And slow progress can feel invisible. But invisible progress is still progress. A seed underground looks like nothing is happening, but growth is taking place. Roots are forming. Strength is developing. Preparation is happening. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not working. Let's be honest, these are difficult times right now. People are working harder than ever. Many are still struggling. The cost of living keeps rising. Groceries cost more, rent costs more, everything seems more expensive. People are exhausted. Some families are living paycheck to paycheck. Some people have degrees and still can't find work. Some people are applying to hundreds of jobs. Some are working multiple jobs. Some are trying to start side businesses. Some are trying to create content. Some are trying to survive. And when you're doing all of that, it's easy to feel behind, but you're not alone. A lot of people are fighting battles nobody sees. People think consistency means feeling motivated every day. Consistency means showing up when motivation is gone. Consistency means posting when nobody's watching. Consistency means applying again after rejection. Consistency means trying again after disappointment. Consistency means continuing after failure. That's what consistency looks like. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's often boring. It's often repetitive. But consistency is where the magic happens. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they stop. I say this often because it's true. People can see your mistakes. People can see your setbacks. People can see your failures. That's okay. You're human. Nobody is perfect. Let them see your mistakes. Let them see your struggles. Let them see your setbacks. But don't let them see you quit. Because every successful person has failed. Every successful person has struggled. Every successful person has doubted themselves. The difference is that they kept going. They stayed in the fight. They kept showing up. They kept believing. And eventually the breakthrough came. One of the hardest things about a comeback is trusting God while you're waiting. It's easy to trust when things are working. It's harder when nothing makes sense. It's harder when prayers seem delayed. It's harder when doors stay closed. It's harder when you're doing everything you know how to do and still not seeing results. Faith isn't believing when everything looks good. Faith is believing when everything looks impossible. Faith is saying, I don't see the answer yet. I don't understand the timing, but I trust that God isn't finished with my story. Sometimes God is preparing you for something bigger than what you were asking for. Sometimes the waiting season is the training season. Sometimes the delay is building the person you'll need to become. One thing I realized is that many people think the story is over when it's actually just the middle. They experience a setback and think it's the ending. They lose a job and think it's over. They struggle financially and think it's over. They fail at something and think it's over. But it's not over. It's just a chapter, not the entire book. Your story is still being written, and some of the most powerful chapters come after the hardest season. Here's what many people miss: the comeback doesn't start when you finally succeed. The comeback starts the moment you refuse to quit. Say that again. The comeback starts the moment you decide to keep going. Every application, every video, every prayer, every step, every lesson, every setback, you survive. It's all part of the comeback. You may not see it yet, others may not see it yet, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. If you're in a difficult season right now, I want you to remember this. Everybody loves a comeback story, but nobody talks about how long it takes to build one. Don't let the timeline discourage you. Don't let the delay convince you that you're failing. Don't let slow progress fool you into quitting. Keep showing up. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep believing. Keep trusting God. Keep moving forward. Your breakthrough may take longer than expected. Your comeback may take longer than expected. But longer doesn't mean never. The story isn't over. The struggle isn't over. And one day you'll look back and realize that the season that almost broke you became the season that built you. Stay in the fight. Stay faithful. Stay consistent because your comeback is still being written.